A heated battle is underway in one Michigan community tonight over a proposed multi-billion-dollar battery plant. Many are welcoming the operation with the promise of big money and economic growth it should bring to this largely rural area. But others are vehemently and passionately opposed. And that is because Chinese investors are behind the project, making this Michigan town the latest battleground pitting foreign interests against a local community. Brian Enton joins us live from Green Charter Township in Michigan with a story you'll only see here on NewsNation. Brian, I read your script. This is a town deeply divided.
It is. Most of the people we've spoken to, Elizabeth, seem to be against this project. They love where they live. It's a beautiful area here in western Michigan. Rolling hills, beautiful farmland. If this plant comes, this entire area that you see behind me will be one big industrial facility. We've been digging in to this Chinese company, and we've found links between the company and the Communist Party. Flying into western Michigan, the first thing you notice is sprawling farmland. An hour north of Grand Rapids is Green Charter Township, a rural community with a population of 3,200. Normally a quiet place where everyone gets along.
This is an absolute disgrace, a mockery of the American dream.
But the peace here has turned into rage.
China's our #1 enemy. #1, Chapman, you don't care, do ya?
And they are getting off on the fact that you guys are okay with Communist Party coming to our backyard.
Tuesday night's township board meeting had to be moved outside because so many people showed up angry about plans to bring a Chinese-owned company called Goshen to town.
My family members fought communism, and you're bringing it right here.
Everybody's entitled to an opinion, and guess what China's is? They don't like us.
So far, the township appears to support the Chinese company's plan to build a massive electric vehicle battery plant. They say it's a $2 billion investment that would bring 2,000 jobs. Explain to me how big this factory will be. Does it go through this entire area?
Oh, yeah. Everything that you could possibly see.
Lori Brock says many property owners have agreed to sell their land to the Chinese company, leaving the neighbors betrayed. Did you ever think a factory affiliated with China would be going in literally right across from your farm?
Absolutely not. There's no way they should be. We're all zoned agricultural here.
What do you make of the Chinese connection?
Well, it's very disturbing because, for one, from the beginning, there's been a complete denial of the connection.
So why here? Why do you think?
I don't know, other than somebody must be benefiting from it.
I don't want to see that type of a scenario where we're feeding the hand that's biting us.
We reviewed Goshen's corporate documents, and it says in black and white, the company shall set up a party organization and carry out party activities in accordance with the Constitution of the Communist Party of China. The company shall ensure necessary conditions for carrying out party activities. Goshen did not respond to our request for comment, but at a virtual town hall, their VP of North American Operations addressed that communism clause.
Is the Communist Party penetrated this company? No. Do we have articles of incorporation that require a specific paragraph where you don't do business in the country of China? Yes, but it is not a corporate culture.
Chinese companies buying U.S. land is not just happening in Michigan. The USDA reports Chinese entities own more than 383,000 acres of U.S. farmland. Over the past 5 years, Chinese ownership has increased 55%. Mr. Jernstead, my name is Brian Enton. I'm a reporter with NewsNation. With NewsNation.
I don't know.
Do you have a contract with Goshen involving your land?
No comment.
Did you sell Goshen your land?
I don't know yet.
And this is what makes the situation in Green Charter Township especially interesting. One of the town board members, Dale Jernstead, won't say whether or not he's selling his land to the Chinese company. Can you see how it just doesn't look good to have someone on the board who's considering or doing business with Goshen?
You know, I didn't go looking for it.
Does the Chinese element concern you?
I don't know. I don't know.
And residents say there's another troubling factor in all this. The planned Chinese-owned factory would be built about 100 miles from Camp Grayling, where the Michigan National Guard is training the Taiwan military. I talked to U.S. Congressman John Molinar on Zoom. Do you think the federal government should have more control over these kinds of projects getting the green light?
Well, I've supported legislation that would ban farmland being purchased by entities related to the Chinese Communist Party. You know, I've come out and basically said I don't think it's a good project.
And despite concerns from that congressman and the federal government, it really does come down to this town board. They'll be the ones who make the final decision. That one board member you saw who I was questioning, who may have sold land to the Chinese company, he says that he won't vote when it comes down to it in the end. That company did suffer a blow, though, just yesterday. They were expecting to get more than $100 million in state funding to help with building this plant. Now the state of Michigan says they're going to hold off on that funding while they continue to investigate.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.